He led me to Christ, and I went out that Sunday, and I started telling all my friends as much as I could about Jesus. It was salvation and proclamation. Man, I was in love instantly with Jesus because I ain't had nothing else. But when I started going to college and going to church, I thought it was something wrong with me because everywhere I looked around, everybody was talking about the gospel, but nobody was sharing it. It's almost like if the gospel was COVID, nobody would ever be infected. God didn't bless me, T, to increase my standard of living. He blessed me to increase my standard of giving. There's so many good things that we talk about. I hear people say, man, I'm having a new baby. Like I got a new job. Like they tell me all of this news that's good, but it's not eternal news. The word gospel means what? It implies what you do with it. It's already in the gospel. It's good news. You're supposed to share it. But how can 95% of professing believers not share it? Let me tell you why. I ask this all over the state of Oklahoma. What prevents you from sharing? What is the barrier that keeps you from sharing? And most people will say, I'm just scared. I can't relate to the culture. Can I just either look in, look like, or lash out? That's what we do. We look in, we just say, God, hey, I'm just looking in. God, hurry up and come back and get us. We lash out, we put our hands on our hips, and we look out the church window and we go, what? Man, look at all those people. Oh, we just look like, we go back to our neighborhood and our jobs, we just blend into the community like chameleons. And people are going to hell all around us. And we almost seem to just like hear all of the screaming outside of this church, and we've just come deaf to it. And here's the root of it. It's not necessarily because you're scared. I'm scared all the time. I'm telling you, I'm scared. I get nervous when I share. I'm so black, I sweat soy sauce when I get nervous. I get it. But that was my excuse. Like, I'm just scared, I don't know what to say. Until I started reading scripture. And it's not that you're scared. I'm going to tell you the primary reason. My wife can't swim. She's a great woman. She's the best woman. Best thing that ever happened to me is my wife. But she swims like an anvil. And I was training my kids how to swim. I wanted to teach them this life skill. And so I'm having my kids in this pool, and she says, why don't you just do one at a time? I was like, I got this. You know? I'm a man, I can get all three of them. I got a 5-year-old, 8-year-old, well, let's say 7-year-old at a time, and then there's like a 10-year-old. I was teaching him how to swim, and I really, honestly forgot about my 5-year-old. And he started to drown. I didn't hear him, I didn't see him. But you know what my wife did, even though she couldn't swim? She jumped in. You know why? Perfect love cast out fear. The fact that you're not sharing is not just because you're scared, you're just not in love like you think you are. Because whatever you're in love with comes out of your mouth. Out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth what? The mouth speaks. I mean, think about the woman at the well. She gone. She was just in love, no training. She was just in love. If you're in love, you're going to find some way to articulate the message.